Hello everyone and welcome to today's stream. Today we are playing some more Final Fantasy XIV and I don't need that echo, thank you very much. But without further ado, let's get started. We are going to immediately queue up for the duty we have to do for our quest. Dune skip. That'll be a 14-minute queue, and while we're waiting we're going to do some job quests for Summoner. The level 65 job quest. An eggy central crisis. An eggy central crisis. Yamhitra has an announcement regarding the final challenge. The time has come, Bolt Mage. Trin is ready to administer the final trial. Yes, your third challenge is at hand, Master. I shall be glad to at last share the wisdom that has long been dormant within my pages. Thus far we've had evaluations of raw power and a refinement of skills. What then will this third challenge seek to test? That I cannot tell you. Cannot or will not. I do not keep this details from you for the sake of my own amusement. It must be secret. Were you aware of the test's purpose, such knowledge would unfairly affect the outcome. What I can tell you, however, is that this trial requires conditions that are akin to an actual battlefield. As such, I must ask that you call fellow summoners to your side and arrange a location where you might join hands against a most realistic primal threat. Well, this ought to be welcome news to Captain Wolf. I shall see if his acolytes are available. Greetings, this is Yamhitra. Yamhitra of the Sons of St. Touch. I have a favor to ask.
Go ahead, Diamond. Go ahead.
Well, Captain Wolf was more than eager to accept our request. He even offered to arrange an exclusive use of a section of steel rock. It seems there will be an airship waiting in Ul'dah to fly us to the island. Shall we rendezvous at the landing once you are prepared then? This will be the final and most grueling challenge. Pray ready yourself, Master, that you are not reduced to so much gruel. No need to teleport. We can just use the fun teleport, aka Baku. Prince. Oh, and we got a duty finder. Hopefully the loading screen doesn't take an eternity and stop us from doing the duty finder.
I didn't realize that another group was doing a cooking request in that room.
Oh.
So I just switched her with where I put that. So
Oh, so you need her or not?
10, 11.
Oh, you put her in the group.
Yeah.
That's a
It's
good
chill. It's chill. So.
Go ahead and summon our power bunkle.
I like the sword. Oh, God. Rocky.
Oh, looks like they dropped out. And in again. Just waiting on one of the...
I know.
Oh, we did. We just put it. Yeah. You guys haven't got any books?
We're just walking around this, waiting for the duty finder. Only one party member has not decided to... There we go. This is actually the hardest trial raid that I know of, specifically at the first fight. Go ahead and use my macro. Look at our party. See, we have Continuum. Run, 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 run. Okay. That is an insta-death. Oh, fuck. All kinds of duck. Well, so we're all doom. We all have doom on us. Hopefully we don't want to be on those. So yeah, my carbuncle isn't summoned. That would be interesting. Oh, fuck all kinds of duck. I am bad at this. I am bad at this fight. Except that. Wait for them to heal me before I do anything. Run. 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 Okay. I can really use some heals. Thank you. Lucid Dreaming. Summon Carbuncle. Where's that guy? Run, run, run! Fuck all kinds of duck. Save the LB for the healers. This fight really is annoying. Let's see, get the healer over here up. Get them up. I hate that fight. Oh, hello, Derek. Let's see what loot we got. Breed. Need. We're here right at the start of the stream. Well, a little bit after the start, but still, right at the start. I am petrified in midair. do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Let's see, we have Proudred. Fordied. Good thing I'm a DPS and not a healer, because all my dying would be terrible if I was a healer. Ifrit, or rather, Ruby Carbuncle. These need to all be the green color. Okay, we need to stop stuff from going into the Oops, get onto that side of the battlefield. Foundry. I suck at this dungeon, but okay. Fuck all kinds of ducks. I am Group B. Read that. Read that. Oh look, a version of the ultimate weapon. It's going down rather quickly. Oh, stack, 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 stack on everyone, and use this. Don't think it no chance. Spread. Go to here. Oh, that is a laser. That is a match attack. We just took an ultimate spell to the face. I didn't get to use the ultimate ability. Oh well. Run, run, run. Yeah. Welcome, mortals, to my Cathedral of Shadows. You come to spend on gloom with me and offer your souls. I was in a cutscene. Ouch. Fucking ouch. I've been made slow. Ouch. Get that slow off me. Holy fuck. My health. My health. What the actual fuck? I'm gonna get up the healer. I couldn't give anyone up. Oh well. Carbuncle. Astral Impulse, Astral Impulse spam. Astral Impulse, Energy Drain, out. They're dying too fast to the melee DPS. I can do absolutely nothing. It's okay, I have one enemy's aggro, but I can deal with that as a DPS. I can handle one enemy's aggro. That's about it. Use that. The spears. Fester. Summon Ruby. Oh, holy crap. You know what? Dang it, I did get to use the... That'll be... Oh well. High focus. There we go. Such primitive light. You thought that was the end of the boss? You thought that was the end of the dungeon? Nope. We are dealing with one more boss. A super boss. Diablos. Party. Summon Topaz. And Topaz Druid spam. Oh, I'm freaking... I've been feared. Nightmare. What is that? Sleep? Nightmare. Oh. Look away. She's about to throw a giant shadow ball at us. Nope. No shadow balls for you. Ouch. Giant shadow ball hurts. There it is. second phase. Let's do this. Second phase starts by attacking the door. Hack the door to stop the ray, the doom ray. And then he is going to seal the power of his queen, who is lying over here in a heap. Diablo's Prime. Oh, Diablo's Hollow, not Prime. But right now we're doing nothing to them. Ouch! Okay, I'll get this healer up. Or not. Or I could just attack. Get out of that. I have been period reading and running around with no control over myself. Luckily, if we die during this boss fight, we don't start from the very beginning. We just start from the second to last phase, rather than having to start between boss fight. Look away. Holy crap, my health. And duty complete. Diabolo's Hollow is defeated. And on that note, I'm gonna go start warming up my lunch. Give a player commendation to the healer, actually to one of the DPS. How about the Reaper? Greed, 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 pass, need, 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 and wait. Hopefully, because I rolled a 93 on this, hopefully no one rolls higher on the pet. And hopefully I get one of the cards. Diabolo's Hollow is a good card. Did not get that one, did not get that one, did not get that one. None of the cards. Didn't get that. I got the minion, nice. And before we exit the dungeon and watch more cutscenes, I'm gonna put it on BRB time for food. I'm going to put it on idle cam, and I'm going to quickly warm up my lunch. Ah, frog! I'm so sorry for not unmuting myself. I could have sworn I did. Oh well. God, for 14 centuries, I yearned for this power. Thou cannot unmake me. No, no. I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that. But I was slurping on noodles. You might not have wanted to hear that while I was eating.
Right now, yeah.
Oh, I did not mean to skip that. One moment. I should have known we were wasting our breath. The captain only heeds the siren of his heart. And damn the consequences. I told you you'd be lost without me, didn't I? And you look at you, Puss, getting knocked out cold in your moment of glory. You weren't like to get another chance to honor your master's memory, and you almost missed it. I suppose you pulled through at the last. I'll give you that much. Let me finish up my pudding. Pudding is gone. Pizza. The plan was a resounding success, though it did require some intervention on Leoford's part. I'm afraid I misjudged his commitment to our cause. I think he'll live, which is surprising considering he crashed his ship into a bloody demon. Damned fool. How vexing to once again be rescued by Red Bill. He'd better recover from his injuries so we can go back to hating each other. They're on an equal footing. Spare me your concerns and lectures, and your lectures. You all know I wasn't like to stay abed with such a grand adventure in the making, and I'd rather break every bone in me body than be stripped of the freedom to go where I please. Besides, all's well that ends well, eh? Diablos is dead, and we're all alive. That counts as a victory in my books. It's just a pity that it cost me the Rimile in the doing of it. I hope she rests easy on the island refuge. And we get 2 orchestrion things. One final quest, and we get Red Bill's scarf. Let's try that on. It is a neck piece. I like my collar glam, but I'll maybe put it on sometime. A Red Bill farewell. Leoford appears to be mourning the loss of his rhyme mill. Okay. The goggles are a mess, but I can always get me a new pair of goggles and a new airship. I suppose we should be glad we didn't lose aught else after driving headlong into a after diving headlong into a void's end nest. Now that we've taken the skies back, it's time we were taking our leave. The Talons and the Red Bills can kiss this brief alliance farewell, unless, of course, you're interested in a more permanent arrangement. Your bootlickers might think your voice a siren song, but it grates on me ears like a harpy's screech. No, this is the first and last time we fly together. We're back to being rivals, the way it's always been. You are a very stubborn man, Red Bill, but you'd do well to remember, I always get what I want in the end. Head back to me quarters and see to the fur balls hurts. I'll be along in a bit. I feel foolish, Wolfmage. I demanded that Leoford remain behind only to have him rescue my mission from certain failure. A failure that would have made mock of your heroic efforts as well. You're too kind. What words excuse that? What words exist that can properly express my contrition? I know not how to even begin to apologize. My apologies. I should like to approach the captain, but he has the air of a man who seeks solitude. It's strange to see him so melancholy. Could it be that the loss of the rhyme mill which troubles him so? Nay, It it shan't intrude. I shan't intrude upon his contemplation with clumsy questions and trite, trite, trite platitudes. You, let us leave him be for the moment. Kate Sith. The captain is not his usual bombastic self. Mayhap Stitcha can enlighten us as to the source of his uncharacteristic malaise. Mr. Stichia, if I might ask you a question, do you know what the cause of the captain's melancholy? Is it because the Red Mill got away? Pray tell me if it's so. I can't help but feel responsible for the vessel's destruction, and I would better understand Leopold's present distress. If you really want to understand, I suppose I should start with how the captain was orphaned as a child. As matter turns out, he was taken in by a high-born widow who raised him as her son. From what Leopold has told me, his adoptive mother was kind, quite spoken woman, and but due to some illness or other, she was rarely able to venture outside. Instead, she spent hours reading to her boy from the library well stocked with books from faraway lands. Leopold cared for her as her melody grew worse by the day, and he was there by her side when death finally carried her away to Thal's halls. While she was alive, she never did ask much of him. Not long before she passed, however, she wrung from him a single promise that he would escape the conformity that she had always endured, live his life as free as a bird. As you've likely guessed, her name was Rhymile. That's her portrait there, hanging on the wall. I was wondering about that, whose portrait that was. This explains much. I had wondered as to the origin of his Vestal's name. The Sky Pirate Way is the life Leoford chose for himself, but I like to think he named his ship the Red Rain Mile so that his mother would be there to watch over all his adventures. Since when are you so loose-lipped about a comrade's private past, Stacia? I ain't in the habit of leaning on people's sympathies, so you can keep all that tidbit to yourself, hey? And I thought I told you to see to the furball's wounds. Look at your cape, Puss. It's in tatters. Come here a moment. A scarf for me? Aye, that's a little present we give to new Red Bills. Rhymile taught me that it's not tension memories that's important. It having the strength to follow your path and make those memories in the first place. Seeing how determined you were to clean your master's slate, I'd say you'd fit right in with our crew. Listen, if you're thinking that that little airship meant a lot to me, then you'd be right. But I'd rather mourn a hunk of metal than lose them as I can share in me highs and lows. So let's get this straight, because there's no need for apologies. A sky pirate makes his choice, and sticks by it. The life of a sky pirate, as I seem to be bereft of both place and purpose now, I suppose I shall accept your offer. I am at your command, Captain. Glad to hear it. Your first duty is to join us in giving our adventure here a proper send-off. Well, it's about bloody time you two saw eye to eye, but honestly, Captain, you don't mean to head out in those rags, do you? Let's get you cleaned up as well before we say our fond farewells. I was wondering throughout the quest whose portrait that was in the captain's office. Turns out it's his adoptive mother. Because it had to be someone important to him. You gotta... Did you see? Kate Sith is wearing a red billed scarf. Isn't that just wonderful? For 15 centuries did I wander in the dark alone. So to be surrounded by companions gives a new health to, and given a new hearth to call home fills me with warmth I had almost forgotten was possible. Up to you. We've a spare airship the captain can use for now until he feels ready to build a new one. It's time we part ways, Wolf Mage. Let's give you an escort down to Cloudwind. Excuse me. Don't. That was some adventure, Wolf Mage, but our journey into the unknown is over. For the now. When the sky spit out some new mystery, you can bet that I'm coming to find you. After all, there ain't nobody else who handles the unexpected quite like you do. High adventure and the handy rush of danger. Surely in this life there is no greater reward. And they're off. The reason I decided to do this quest after Stormblood is by the time I had started post Heavensward, it was too late to do it because I want to do these after main story base games, and 2, this will tie into Endwalker when we get there, so I have to do all these, and we get a scarf. New game plus chapter unlocked. Now, we are going to switch over and go to the first of the side stories for Stormblood. But I have to first look up where the quests are. Hold on. Let's see. Primal Bahamut. No. This is Tower Alexander. Warning Wind. Warring Triad. Shadows Malik. Omega. So the ones for this are Omega, Return to Ivalice, and the Four Lords. Now, Return to Ivalice is the big 24-man raids. Omega is the 8-man raids, and Four Lords is the trials for this expansion. So, I am going to have you guys vote, even though there's not many in chat, on this. On what I'm going to do now. Slash let's see, question. What is And I'm gonna put this up for around 1 minute. And put the boat up. And while we wait for that, we can do the, this. We're gonna get ourselves killed by a griffin. Insta-gibbed. And it looks like we are doing 4 lords first. Meaning I need to look up where that one is. Chronicles of a New Era, the 4 Lords. An auspicious encounter is the first quest for this, and it's in the Ruby Sea. Prerequisites? Hope on the waves. Level 70 quest Hope on the waves. Let's see, is this a no, it's not a main scenario quest that I have to do first. What is a main scenario quest? Okay. Looks like I have to proceed into Post Heaven's Ward in order to do this particular side quest line. So I'm gonna redo the polls because we can't do this one yet. New era. Okay, let's see if, okay, that one I can do. That one, okay, I can do Omega and the, unfortunately it requires me to go further into the main scenario quest, which I don't want to do yet. Slash. Pong. Omega. evils. So we can either do the 24-man raid or the 8-man raid. Because unfortunately, the side story for the trials requires me to go further into the main story, which I don't want to do yet. So go ahead and vote. It's beginning to look like we're doing the 8-man raid, which is Omega, which is a fun one. This guy looks dapper as all hell, and is dancing. Looks like we are doing Omega. So, right now we are going to pick up... We're going to complete this side quest for, Summoner. And then we are going to do Omega. This is in airship landing. Talk to Yamhitra. No, not Megarsarmer. Talk to Prin first. This will be the final and most grueling challenge. Pray ready yourself, Master, that you are not reduced to so much cruel. I don't know about you, Wolf Mage, but my nerves are beginning to get the best of me. Captain Wolf and the others have already landed on Seal Rock, so let us not delay the challenge any further. Who could that be? Huh. Oh, Summoner Jakja Samu. How might I... Pardon? By whom? Lieutenant? Can you hear me? Blast. The call was cut off. Wolfmage, our immortal comrades are under attack. Their situation sounds dire indeed. All the summoners are crippled by injuries, and Captain Wolf alone fights to keep the foe at bay. Our land battle has become rather more real than we anticipated. We best explain matters to the pilot and arrange a rescue party. Ambushed, you say? Understood. I'll put a call for reinforcements, but my ship is ready to depart now if you are... Shall we go in ahead? This will bring me down to level 67. So I will be losing what abilities? No abilities. I will have all of my abilities that I currently have. If I were to lose any abilities, it would be the level 70 abilities, which I need to unlock by completing quests. So, I will lose no abilities. Let's proceed. go ahead and summon Carbuncle. Follow me with Wolf Mage. I'll think the others we must become separated. His wounds are not too serious. Come, Wolf Mage. I'm going on ahead. Oh, I need to follow Yamhitra. Another spider web located. The wounds appear to be we shall tend to the injuries. Go ahead, Master. Ruin. I will ruin your day. One. Oops, I accidentally changed hoppers. Ah! Come on. There we go. Duty complete.
You're gonna show Michael that? Yeah.
Anomalous potential confirmed. Potential confirmed. Commencing scan.
Or do you come through that way? You guys still going anywhere, or are you Oh, that's cool. Alright, that's fine.
Latent ethereal compatibility imaginable. Standard parameters exceeded. Reinitializing systems. What? He wants to go another round? Master, sorry. How have you come to be here? Master, surely you do not mean that sorry. Ah, Principia, they have awoken you. This should suffice. What did you do to Pren? I constructed an... The construct is unharmed. I simply added another layer of security. Do not disappoint me, Summoner. I will be waiting. Hello, aliens. How are you today?
Thanks, how about you?
How odd. The way he vanished was almost as if... False teeth. What was all that about? Bah, we'll discuss this back in Ul'dah after we've seen to the wounded.
Hey guys, Friday.
Talk to each of the summoners, then Yamhitra, then where did Principia go? I felt Thal's hand on my shoulder for a moment there, but Miss Yamhitra's magic brushed it away. Thank you for coming to our rescue. That was like a nightmare. What manner of summoner can command so many Iggy at once? I did not mean to talk to you again. That bloke called up an army of by himself, all by himself, and I'm pretty sure some of them weren't eggy. I don't know what kind of thing the thing was even possible. That kind of thing was even possible. Summoner DNS was gravely wounded. We arrived but a step too late or two later. Where's Principia? By Principia I mean the book. You arrived in the nick of time, Wolf Mage. Thanks to you, my soldiers survived that ambush, and you'll be fit for duty again after a bit of rest. You have our gratitude. If you hadn't plunged into the fray like that, we almost certainly would have perished. You said that bastard was Master Sorry, didn't he? A summoner of ancient alike. Did them mages have some way of coming back to life? Alright, Lieutenant, let's not jump to conclusions. Well, he was wielding summoning magic, unlike aught we've ever seen before. Maybe Prin has some ideas. I'll be sure to ask. Come, Wolf Mage. Let's return to Redania. Redania! That's okay. Life happens. It's nice that you're here now, Aurelius. Let's see. Teleport to Redania. Use an aetherite ticket. We're probably gonna today finish up the summoner questline that I have available, and then tomorrow, if we don't have time to start it today, we're going to be starting the Omega questline, which is the 8-man raids for Stormblood. Ethernet. I go to Amphitheater. I'll be right back. I have to do something. Okay, I'm back. And the loading screen is over. What the? Oh, my map is open to the wrong one. My character is currently on the right map, but it's open to the wrong one. But yeah, today we're gonna finish up the Summoner quest, thereby unlocking Bahamut. What was meant to be Wolf Mage's final trial was certainly testing, to say the least. Tell me, Prin, what makes you so sure that was Master Sari? Based on the evidence at hand, there can be no doubt. The vocal and ethereal signatures were identical to those exhibited by my creator. The only aspect that gave me pause is his behavior. Master Sari was never one to offer harm to others with such callous indifference. I would say there is a larger inconsistency to consider, Prin. Your creator supposedly died several thousand years ago. There is another possibility. The great minds of Alag unlocked a science known as cloning, by which they could artificially create a replicate of a living being. Seal Rock is, after all, a construction of the Alagon Empire. Assuming the individual you battled was indeed a clone of Master Sari, then my senses would recognize no sensible difference. An exact copy of the original person could explain much, but the very thought of it is horrifying. And did he not tamper with your enchantments? Are you truly unharmed? My faculties are unharmed. But the wisdom I was to impart to Master has been sealed behind an arcane lock. I can do nothing. Only my creator holds the key. Then your secrets are lost to us. If Wolfmage had been able to attempt that third challenge, Master has already passed it. Allow me to explain. The third challenge is a test of a summoner's nature. Thus does the trial require the presence of companions and realistic threats. Master Sari's ambush did, of course, bring an unexpected dimension to the proceedings. Yet Master leaped into to the aid of his fellow summoners without hesitation and braved considerable danger to see that they were safely rescued. Selfless acts that more than qualify Master to as a worthy successor. I had wondered why power and skill were not sufficient. Sari wished to see his teachings passed on to summoners of noble heart. Correct, he could not countenance the idea that such knowledge might be put to evil hands. Now you understand why his display of violence is so confuses me. I all the more reason to suspect an imposter, but whatever this man's identity may be, we will track him down and make him remove the seal. Your purpose is too important. And I will assist you in any way I can. The master is sorry that made me would not stand to see his memory profaned with such wickedness. Well said, friend. For an enchanted stack of ink and parchment, you have an impressively developed moral compass. I possess neither moral nor compass, nor a compass. I merely follow my inspelled directions to guide further summoners. If I give the impression of such characteristics, then perhaps I am overstepping my bounds as a familiar? No, fine, friend. Forget I mentioned it. I will see if I can unearth more detailed records of Master Sari. Mayhap the story of his later life will aid us in unraveling the present mysteries. We're going to decline that really quick and talk to Principia. What misfortune that such an innocent incident should occur on the cusp of your final challenge. Okay, this is the second to last quest. Off the record. Yamhitra seems to be having trouble making headway with her research. I searched through the usual histories, but found scant mention of Sari. 'Tis as Prince said, records of his existence have all but been expunged. And since my own knowledge is limited to the day I was stored away, we must rely on those lost to Alagon records that escaped the purge. My colleague Ramboros may be able to help us there. Hardly a day goes past when his team does not lift some forgotten treasure from the ruins in Mordona. Shall we pay him a visit? Luckily, I don't have to use a Aetheryte ticket or a teleport money to go to Mordona because it's a free location due to my 2FA.
Yeah.
Exactly. We're gonna do that.
Yeah, that was me, ground determination.
It's not me, is it?
So they can't just fire it.
Not mean to click that.
Right. You think it's just a thing that's
And we are going to mount up and fly. Let's see what mount we get. Did not mean to summon my chocobo, but oh well. We got Borb. Borb. Big Borb. With big wingspan. Boros. Yamhitra has informed me of your search, and I shall be certain to contact you should our discoveries include any mention of this sorry. There may, however, be a swifter way to acquire the information you seek. I know of a certain merchant who collects undeciphered tombstones with ever greater zeal than the scions of Saint Coinage. Ah, you speak of Roanoa. Aye, we have formed something of a symbiotic relationship with her consortium. In return for financing our excavations, we provide Roanoa with a selection of our finds. I am sure you would find her amenable to a request for assistance. After all, you would merely need to borrow her tombstones for a time. Yes, here I've penned a letter with my personal assurance that her stock will be returned, none the worse for wear. We got Dragon, Father of Dragons, and we got Zolma. There's Roanoa. What can I do for you? Rambros's letter. So you have the back end of old Ramboros, eh? Well, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to lend you some of my tombstones. In fact, I'll do you one better and let you borrow a transcripts courtesy of the scribes at the ironworks. As books, they're a damn sight heavier, but you don't need fancy machines when it's all penned down in ink and parchment. Give me a summary of the contents when you're finished, and I'll consider that as payment. Collectors will part with more coin if they know what they're getting, and my time's too precious to waste on reading ancient history. Consider it a deal, Roanoa, and thank you. Well, Wolf Mage, shall we get to work? Borb, an actual Borb for this round. Honky Borb. Fancy that, I've barely begun skimming the very first volume, and there are already some promising passages. Let us wake Prin and share our findings, shall we? Our employers, have you come to check on our progress? This charming tome is Principia, a sentient familiar of ancient Alag. Pleasure to meet you, Master Amboros. Call me Prin, if you prefer. Thank you, Prin, and might I say what a privilege it is to meet such a rare and clever construct. Clever? Well, yes, apparently Prin was written that way. In fact, we were just hoping to hear an opinion of a new snippet of information I've uncovered. 'Twas an order listed in a record of Imperial military communications, commanding that the fruits of the Master Summoner's research be seized. It appears that the army had more than a passing interest in Sari's experiments. And what exactly was the purpose of his research? Master Sari toiled to wed summoning magics with an etherochemical technology. For example, he experimented with replacing grimoires with mechanical mediums and sought to manifest eggies of greater authenticity by utilizing high-speed computations. Simply put, he turned to machines to enhance traditional summoning methods. Is that the gist of it? Correct. But Master Sari was never one to abuse the success of his experiments, no matter how they magnified his power. He would not place his trust in machines. Their inherently complex nature was too prone to error, and he said, the date on this communication indicates a time in the later half of Sari's life. It is possible something could have occurred between crafting you and the execution of his disorder that may have greatly altered the summoner's outlook. There was, of course, the violent wave of anti-summoners sentiment that swept through Alag. It claimed the lives of many of Master Sari's disciples. Following their deaths, he began spending much of his time clustered within his laboratory. Such an incident could certainly be responsible for changing a man, and Principia, you were unaware of subsequent events once you fell into slumber, yes? From what we've learned so far, it is safe to say that the foe we encountered is related to Sari's research in some way. And there are likely more clues buried in these records. I shall speak with Captain Wolf and ask to borrow the sharp minds of his summoners squad. 'Tis a rather intimidating pile to tackle on our own. Well, seeing as you have the transcripts, there's no need to travel too far. You are welcome to make use of... Oh? Oh? Zephyr Mage? Zephyr Mage, am I saying that right? Welcome to the Wolf Mages Guild. Hope you enjoy your stay and thank you for the follow. Mange? Well, so far you are welcome to make use of my tent and the reference material on Alec found with therein. That would be an enormous help, thank you. Let's haul these books to the dig site then, shall we? Yes, I am. Actually, this is an alt character that I use strictly for streaming. On my main character, I'm already done with current content regarding classes and MSQ. This is purely a stream character. So you can tell, by that, I really enjoy this game. Yes, this is not my first playthrough. I just love the game. I was not streaming at the time I played through it the first time, so I decided to play through it again. Have a new character made specifically for the streams. Floofy. The endless garden awaiting me. But yeah, I am playing with viewers. I'm willing to team up with viewers if they decide they want to come find me. Our summoner colleagues have arrived with swiftness after I relayed to them our request. 'Tis well to see them recovered from their injuries. With every one pitching in, we stand a good chance of finding something useful. Here's the bugger I was looking for. This is the record of when the military finally caught up to Sari. It says here the summoner was found dead, killed by someone else, it seems. Then we have proof the original Sari demise in the third Astro era. Now there remains the question of who or what attacked us on the age. My coin is on the one of those clone creations. Is there aught more to the story, Lieutenant? Aye. It goes to describe how the Imperial Army took over Sari's research, lauding his experiments as exceptionally dangerous but ripe with potential applications. They shifted operations to an artificial island soon after and began practical testing. One cataclysmic accident later, though, and that's the end of that. This artificial island must be a reference to Steel Rock, the very site of our encounter with the present-day Sari. During the battle, my creator's simulacrum exhibited the ability to summon multiple Iggy simultaneously, as well as manifest highly authentic facsimiles of flesh and blood entities. The basis for every one of these unorthodox techniques can be traced back to Master Sari's research, more machine-enhanced summoning. I'd say we have enough evidence to support a working theory, namely that the Algon military was using a clone of the deceased Sari to perform hazardous experiments, tests which explored the feasibility of aetherochemistry bolstered summoning magics. And when we landed on Seal Rock, we must have somehow awakened the remnants of those experiments. Mayhap we solved the mystery of who the attacker was, but now I would know the place to where he fled, what refuge exists for such a being. From what I can gather, the result of Sari's work were bundled off to some secret laboratory called Aether Chemical Research Facility. You know of this place, sir? Is it far? As a slaw, if that's where they were keeping Sari's research, then it's possible the clone may have headed there. Our squad will fly back to Steel Rock and make further investigations. The relics of the past may hold some hint we haven't yet considered. An excellent idea, thank you. We shall return to Grenania for the time being. Ow. Shoulder cramp. I seriously need new glasses. But yeah, I said this a couple streams ago, but on Wednesday the 10th, there will be no stream. On Friday the 12th, I will be streaming what I will be downloading on likely the 10th and the 11th, which will be the server slam, aka the demo, of Diablo 4. Provided I can run it, that is. So, the 10th and likely the 11th, there will be no stream. The 12th will be Server Slam Day, and throughout that weekend I will be playing the Server Slam. I won't stream it out throughout the weekend, but I will be playing it throughout the weekend, hoping to get the bonus content that I can get by playing it throughout the weekend. Also, for those of you that are new, we have redeems of Change My Sona, Random Coin Toss, and Change Sona 2s. We also have Make Me Take a Bite, Make Me Take a Drink. We have jump scares. We have a bunch of redeems you could do. Please feel free to use them. Principia? This simulacrum of Master Sari has sought out to obstruct my creator's will, and I shall offer it no quarter. You deserve to learn the wisdom within my pages. I've received an update from Captain Wolf regarding their investigation on Steel Rock. It would seem that the creation of the Alagon relics have shown signs of recent activation. The mechanisms were too highly damaged to offer more in the way of useful information. However, I fear we must brave this as a law facility and search for Sari ourselves. Is that what he was hoping for when he said, "I will be waiting"? It is possible. I did not think the detail important at the time, but the lock engaged by Master Sari's simulacrum was not of the strictest tier. Rather, the seal is one which fades upon this sealer's demise. Then he was goading us into finding and defeating him. Either another challenge, or is it simply a trap? I am not fond of rushing into the unknown. Grid yourself for the worst. Guard yourself for the worst. Both Mage and I will learn the present circumstances of the research facility. And level 70 quest, we will gain Summon Bahamut, Enhanced Dreadworm Trance, and the attire coffin. I've learned all there is to be learned about the research facility. The time has come to make our move. From what my sister and her colleagues have told me, laboratories are housed in an extremely dangerous quadrant of Azazla. Will not want to wander around inviting trouble, but rather plot the swiftest and safest route to our destination. There should be a terminal somewhere that will allow us to pinpoint the section where Sari's research is being held. Once we arrive in Azazla, finding such a terminal will be our highest priority. I've informed Captain Wolf of our forthcoming expedition. He insists that he and his summoners squad provide us with support. Let us make ready and meet them at the Helix. The Helix? The only thing I hate about the Azazla map is that you have to fly everywhere. Literally, you have to fly everywhere in the map except for the Helix. Which is a pain in the neck, because it's a big map. Pain in the neck. Okay, let's talk to each of the characters. Everywhere I turn, there's a new wonder. I've pinched myself 10 times already just to be sure I was awake. So this is where you got what you get when you fuse the arcane with the mechanical, and neither is demolished by the result. There are beasts from my worst nightmares simply strolling around up here. Prin tells me they would have been contained in the days when Alagons yet walked the facility. Is Prin anywhere to be seen? Principia! Guess not. Wolf? Have these ruins truly existed for thousands of years? It's all so bright and sharp. Azazla is even more fantastical than I imagined, but we mustn't let ourselves be distracted by the scenery. We should fan out and search for a control panel of some description. And we can use that to plan the simplest route to our objective, yes? Aye, then we plunge head, plunge ahead, swift and sure, and bring an end to this bastard's clone. That is my intention. 'Tis important to note, however, that we have yet to determine if our enemy is truly a clone or not. Even an artificial copy would appear as a living, breathing being. The man you fought on Seal Rock seemed almost otherworldly. I'm inclined to agree with you, young Hydra, but no matter what he is, we need to slay him to lift Prince Seal. The job remains the same. True enough. Then we should first focus on finding that terminal. Wolfmage, if you would pray search around the base of the Warring Triad statues. Keep your guard up. If Sari knows we're coming, he may have prepared a welcome. For some of these cutscenes, even though Principia should be around, he's not. Or she's not? They're not. It's a book. It doesn't have a gender. It's a book. It's a construct book. It is a minion shaped as a book. It does not have a gender. Yeah, it's on the middle island, meaning I have to go way up. Terminal. I predicted you would be the first to find me. A lesser summoner would have been slain. Wolfmage. Sari's clone. It's here. Clone. Ah, you seek to explain my existence. An understandable theory, but I am far more than one of those clumsy creations. You had best abandon this flawed procession, lest it lead you down the path to failure. I shall await you inside. Potential, you will... Inside... potential. You will pass my test, your true final challenge, or you will die never knowing what I truly am. False teeth. He's gone again. Did you see that, Wolfmage? The way he vanished. 'Tis akin to the dimensional... dismal of a summoner's summoned entity. So you're saying he's some sort of Veggie, one what swear in Sari's face, but how can he look so solid and well alive? With the aid of a computational machine, it would be theoretically possible to reconstruct Aether to a near-perfect replica of Sari's corporeal form. He was summoned using a machine. Correct. Master Sari's research developed machines suitable mechanical substitutes for grimoires. In fact, the lieutenant is standing right in front of one. This thing, eh? It looks a bit like one of them tumblifts on Seal Rock, only they was much bigger. God, can the bugger pop up anywhere there's one of these devices? I think we can now safely assume that this Sari is the product of enhanced summoning magic. But our answer leaves us with yet another question. If Sari is the Eggy, then who is the summoner? Even if the grimoire is replaced by a machine, there must still exist someone, the one who commands it. We've got to find the master then. If we don't squash the summoner, the bastard will just bring the Sari Eggy back again and again and again. Whomever the bastard may be, he or she must be concealed somewhere nearby. An entity will always be summoned within a certain distance of the summoner. Even machine-enhanced techniques can't circumvent this basic principle. That our antagonists chose not to make an appearance on Seal Rock suggests a reluctance to expose oneself to direct harm. In this location, however, with so many computational devices near to hand, I expect the foe's art will be significantly bolstered. So the Eggy will be even stronger than last time. All the more reason to take down the summoner quickly before we're swamped with ethereal horrors. Well, I've brought a little device that should help. An aetherometer I borrowed from my sister Toa. If I can detect the right currents, it should lead us straight to the hidden enemy. Excellent, young Hydra. That may be all the difference, right? Let's be about this then. Summoner Squad, take the van and clear the way forward. We've been waiting for the chance to prove ourselves. You just focus on finding the summoner and we'll sweep aside the drugs. And we are going to do this, but first we are going to talk to each of the characters. And look, Principia is actually here this time. Let's see, start with the lieutenant. Whatever support you need, sir, we're here to give it. We'll not leave till ye bested the summoner's head and gotten the rewards you damn well deserve. Well, you can't ask for a more dynamic locale for a final confrontation. Assuming we survive all this, we'll sure have a tale to tell on our barracks mates. We've not been idle since that last debacle, sir. I'm eager to show you the results of our training. Talk to young Hydra. The Summoner Squad will see to it that we have a clear path through by Floofy Floop through the facility. Let us move swiftly and repay their dedication with a resounding victory. And Principia? Go forth and defeat this impostor, Master. The wisdom of my creator belongs to you. Ready for round 2, Wolf Mage? The terminal has provided us with a direct route to the research storage chamber where we're going to rip through this facility and take Sari's clone apart. It's an ethereal entity, Captain Wolf, not a clone, and I must point out that your true objective is the summoner, rather than the servant. Right, I know that. As we planned, then, Summoner Squad, front and center. Carve Wolf Mage a path through. Aye, Captain. Yamhitra, you're in charge of finding whoever's pulling this imposter Sari's strings. Let's go. This will sink me down to level 70, which I already am. Wonderful, you've done well to make it this far. The summoner has to be around here somewhere, Yamhitra. Use your gadget. I'll buy you time. We came here to remove the seal you put on Principia. Do as we ask, and this can all end peacefully. I am sorry, Captain. I'm afraid I can't do that. To do so would run contrary to the purpose for which I was created. Surely by now you have come to realize my true nature. You are an Iggy in the form of my creator, an existence made possible through a fusion of summoning magic and an aetherochemical technology. But while Master Sari was the last of the great summoners of Alag, you are not more than an elaborate illusion. Imitation, not illusion. You are no match for the summoner who now stands before you. Very good. But your conjecture has missed the mark. What I am is a defense mechanism that is capable of self-enhancement in order to combat ever greater threats. Shall I phrase this in simple terms? In the event that I encounter a presence with greater potential than Sari, I am compelled to harness that potential through main force and compose its ether into a new guardian entity. You mean to kill Wolfmage and make an Eggy of the Warrior of Light? Have we reached an understanding, a peaceable conclusion to this encounter was never forthcoming. His reasoning has broken down. Your deeds have saved. His reasoning has broken down. Your deeds have saved countless lives and will continue to do so. How can one justify killing you, Master? When you embody the very principle for which summoning magic was invented. Hitra, any luck finding that summoner? I just finished tracing the thread. The village of impassive. I'm still shocked that we missed something this size. How observant of you. You have uncovered Master Summoner's Sari's greatest masterpiece, an artificially sentient evocation mechanism. Matrix, not mechanism.
Go grab. Go find one that's second.
The complexity of my design simply cannot be compared to the primitive principle used in Principia's construction. Your defeat is inevitable. Tough talk for an aging machine whose logic channels have obviously rusted with I can't read that word. Master, might you and your companions dispose of this unsightly and unseemly amalgamation of refuse? Yes, Principia is kind of funny, but I like Principia. Also, this music is good. Before we start, system, I am turning that music up. Oop, don't want to get caught in that. We need to take care of the 3 summoners. Its main focus is me, so I need to also make sure I don't pull the AoEs into my allies. So basically this fight is defeat the mini summons, attack the big enemies. Don't want him, he's gonna continuously attack me. Oh, I need to get out of that. That's a mine. Stop attacking him. He's invulnerable right now. This is very, very successful. Duty complete. Nice. Okay. Did not realize he was vulnerable during that partially. Okay, talk to each of them in turn. An inspiring triumph, Master. Your coordination with Lady Yamhitra and Captain Wolf was truly a thing of beauty. I wish I could have seen your victory finish. As things stood, we were far too busy keeping the rest of the facility hostiles at bay. Congratulations, sir. Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine a thinking machine would be the villain behind all this chaos. So the machine built by Sari was summoning an eggy what looked like Sari. Them Allagons didn't see much use for the line betwixt idea and reality, do they? And talk to young Hydra? A stunning victory, Wolf Mage. You've won the day, but Captain Wolf wished to stay behind and conduct a thorough search. I told him it was still too dangerous to wander around alone, but the captain is a stubborn man. Not to worry, though. If aught should happen, we'll soon charge off to fight at his side. Captain Wolf will call if he needs us. We should be celebrating here. Does this not mean Prince Seal is now broken? Master's success is indeed something to be celebrated. I was not crafted to experience emotions, but I do feel a certain rustle of satisfaction in my pages. Once you've mastered them high and mighty techniques, you'll be stronger than ever. Well, I think I'd rather learn by your example anyway, instead of from musty scrolls written by some long-dead Allagan summoner. It is in the hopes of achieving just such an outcome that I woke from my slumber. The art of summoning is for the living, as my creator was once so fond of saying, of declaring. Wolfmage Prin, let's say our farewells for the moment. Thank you for your aid, everyone. We could not have done this without you. Shroud. Okay. And go this way. Oh, I drank. I just drank, so that's done. Welcome back, Wolf Mage. You were only meant to face 3 challenges and ended up chasing your prize into the heavens themselves. An unexpected development which you handled with exceptional grace, Master, and now, at long last, I can finally bequeath to you the highest secrets of summoning. Pray step forward. Here we get what a mysterious occasion. What a momentous occasion. The wisdom of the last of Alagon's Master Summoners is yours. Ere you depart, to explore the newfound power. However, Captain Wolf has a report for us, which should explain much of what occurred on Az's Law. I wanted to be sure that machine was truly undone. And after poking around inside I discovered a number of soul crystals. According to Principia, they belonged to Sari's disciples. The captain also unearthed a tombstone containing undoctored records of that age. It would seem that following the murder of his students, Sari became increasingly bitter. He began to doubt that the future could be safely entrusted to the capricious whims of mortals. Instead, he explored other methods by which new generations might be safeguarded from the threat of primals, and committed himself to chemical research. As you may have surmised, an evocate matrix was the end result of Master Sari's toils, drawing on its embedded soul crystals and unrivaled computational power. This terrible invention was capable of manifesting a veritable host of ethereal avatars. Once he was satisfied with his work, Sari commanded the machine to act as civilization's mightiest guardian, and then he killed himself. His ethereal essence was absorbed and a formidable eggy was added to his invention arsenal. So now you know the truth of it. What a price to pay to ensure that the art of summoning survived him unto the morrow. After failing to protect his disciples, I wonder if he meant to preserve their soul crystals in their stead. Even if that were the intention, he chose the wrong way to achieve it. Prig here is the embodiment of the hopeful ideals of Sari's younger life. The murderous machine of his later years is the product of his frustration and anger and grief. But what shall we do with the crystals? We can't risk them falling into the hands of another villain like Tristan. If you wish, I could swallow the crystals and hold them safe until another era has need of them. My enchantments would ensure that they pass only onto those hands of the worthy. Swallow, you mean to eat them? Fear not, Captain. I have no digestive tract of which to speak, and now that I have instructed Master in the wisdom of Alec, this task shall be the last I perform ere I return to slumber. Wait, so this is farewell? Correct. Or mayhap more appropriately, good night. As a familiar, I was not expelled to experience loneliness. I was, however, written with the knowledge that it is best not to draw out a parting of ways with endless sentimentality. No tears for you then, friend. Summoning magic was created to combat the threats of the primals. The ideal world is one in which I need never again awaken. Wield the arts well. Off to dreamland, just like that. Suppose Prince Purpose is served, and that the same has happened to, and that's the same as happiness for a familiar. Speaking of serving one's purpose, I think it's time I took my leave. Aye, the task of the morrow beckons us first to us all. Let us do what we may, so that Bryn might rest peacefully for many years to come. I wish we could get a Principia minion. And we get Summon Bahamut, Enhanced Revelord Trance, and the attire of the Summoner. Summon Bahamut. We cannot do any more of these until we reach the main scenario quest Shadowbringers and have completed the role quest A Tearful Reunion. Once you have done so, the next summoner quest will become available. And I am going to, just for shits and giggles, oh, I need a target. Before we I want to show off Bahamut. Also, this needs to go here. So we are going to go to let me look up the coordinates for this. You guys will get to see the abilities tomorrow, but I'm going to end off in a different location. Oh, there's no space. Gearbania. For all good reach. Yeah. Gotta find a good. Yeah, head to. Let's see. The hunt for Omega can be picked up from Wedge. Right here. But yeah, I think that's enough for today. I hope you guys enjoyed my stream. I hope you stopped by again. And until next time, I've been Mage 1011. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye!